The extradition process against two men arrested in Eswatini for their alleged involvement in the murders of rapper Kiernan AKA Forbes and his friend renowned chef Tebello Tibz Motsoane has been postponed to the 12th of March this year. The suspects who appeared in the Manzini Magistrate court today will remain in custody. Our reporter Nhlanhla Jele has been following court proceedings and joins us live from Eswatini. A very good afternoon, Nhlanhla. Tell us more.
On the side of Eswatini. Good afternoon to you and to our viewers at home. Indeed, as you correctly put it, the case has been postponed to next week, Tuesday. What we heard inside court is that state prosecutors saying that they were not furnished with the full comprehensive application that was expected to be handed over sometime last week, and it was not opposed by also the defense lawyer, Sonke Ngwenya, who's just going to join me now and just speak to us about what we just saw happening now in court. Ngwenya, thank you so much for your time, for joining us at the SABC. We thought there's going to be a postponement, as you earlier on had alluded to say chances are there might be a postponement. I'm guessing it has happened, and if you can just tell us more about that.
Postponement was occasioned by the fact that comprehensive application. The Director of Public Prosecutions on our side in Eswatini has just confirmed that. That is what transpired in court. It's quite difficult to proceed now without the application because there are a lot of logistics and nitty-gritties that we need to take into account and to consideration about the averments that will be contained in those applications. More so because we need to take instructions after having received the application. There might be changes. We might maintain what we think we should be doing. Really, that's the issue.
For a moment there, it looked like you were opposing the issue of their cell phones being detained. Can you explain to us about what the issue was on your side?
Well, thank you. You know, this is a matter of great magnitude. We can't be running a risk, to say the least. More so because in as much as we are aware, they showed us the seals of the cell phones, they gave us the markings of the cell phones, but they were short of an affidavit that permits the actual detention and acquiring of those cell phones from our clients during their arrest. So we need to see that affidavit first and also look into whether the procedure was properly followed when they were acquired from them. So now that we are waiting for the affidavit, hopefully it will be served with same today. We will then be able to go and take instructions from clients. Then we will be able to proceed on that particular aspect on Tuesday when we return to court.
I'm not sure if I should ask this or if you'll be able to answer it, but when they retain the cell phones, are you worried that they might be stolen or some evidence might be lost or cooked up? Is that some of the issues, or what is the issue exactly for the viewers at home?
Well, my biggest concern, to be honest, my sister, with you, is that there should be all the procedures should be followed properly. Yes, there shouldn't be any ambush in the manner in which these matters are being handled. It's only based on procedure, mostly.
Thank you so much for your time and for joining us at the SABC. That was the defense lawyer, Sonke Ngwenya, who's representing the two brothers, as he has mentioned earlier. Earlier on, we saw in court, he had a bit of a misunderstanding, or him not actually agreeing to the cell phones being detained, and he explains that proper procedure was not followed, saying that an affidavit was not actually filed to say that the cell phones that they got in possession when the two suspects were arrested are being detained. So those are some of the things that we hear here on the ground. We also know it has been postponed. They will be remanded in custody. We saw earlier on, as soon as the court adjourned, the two brothers were handcuffed and then escorted to the van, and another van followed suit with heavily armed men to take them where they are supposed to be going. We are expecting to see them here back next week, Tuesday, so that the process can officially begin. Remember, last week there were only a provisional application for extradition was submitted. The NDPP in South Africa has still not filed a full comprehensive application, and as Ngwenya says that this process takes a while, consultations need to happen. He also mentioned this inside the court when he was making his submission, saying that issues of safety need to be taken into consideration when such applications are being filed. So he also did not oppose the postponement, saying it will give them time as soon as they have the application, with the state prosecutor also promising that South Africa's NDPP promised that this is a matter of urgency and the application will be filed as soon as possible.
My colleague there, Nhlanhla Jele, reporting from Eswatini.